copies and gave it to the other.
I get copies too.
Okay.
Yep.
So I didn't know if that's what they're going to handle from now on, or is that just going to go to you?
I
or-
get a copy. You get a copy. I get a copy to follow up. Di gets a copy so she can follow up, and the dietitian comes back to review to make sure it's all been done.
Okay.
So your recommendations will, I believe, they're coming in on that vote form.
Well, I get that green slip.
You still get
initially,
green too. Yeah.
and that's when I get the order, and I write down my initials the day that I did it,
So
and I send it back to her.
Okay, and that's fine.
So I'm really
This-
surprised. that-
This other form is probably your mechanism to check and make sure it's been done. So it's going through the charge nurse to make sure it's been done, it's going through me, it's going through Diane, the dietitian. Should be done, you know what I mean, 4 people. So, yeah, I think it's still the same process, that's not really changed, we're just instilling follow-up on dietaries and dietitians and make sure that this doesn't happen again. You can see why I'm being so thorough. We have to. This can't happen again. Just can't. Okay? Okay, this last one, I'm just going to say I am very disappointed because I don't know how many times I've said that you all need to count your narcotics with another nurse at the end of your shift. I don't care if the nurse has to leave early. You grab another nurse on another wing and you count them. I don't want you counting them all by yourself, but there's no excuse that narcotics should not be counted at the end of your shift. None. And this better not happen again. I'm going to be checking weekly, just random, to make sure that we're accurate on our counts. Okay? And this doesn't end here, by the way. I can't, this is out of all of them, this is the one that makes me mad the most. Okay? No excuse, absolutely none. Charge nurses failed to ensure accurate narcotic counts were done. It was on Doris Watson. She came from the retirement center. Came over to Medicare. Count was off. Well, the sheets say that they've been doing counts. So why is it off? I don't know. You all know that if you find a count that's off, you notify me. I should have been notified, right? Well, I know what needs to be done. Okay? Done. I'm done with this one. You guys all know how I feel about that. Count your narcs. Don't get thrilled. Okay, take the quiz on the back. And then we'll go over it once you're done, and then I'll need the quizzes. Before we stop, does anybody have any comments, questions? Yes.
Okay. On the skin assessments, like, we have them like on Tuesdays on Medicare.
Yes.
And it's the evening shift and night shift that are responsible.
No, I've been,
Is,
you want to use mine too?
well, I don't know, I guess I'm trying to find a better, like, routine to make sure, because it gets really busy on Medicare, and it's like it's been really busy since I think like Friday. And sometimes you have to do half the hall, and when we're full, that's a lot of people. Sometimes they have multiple things going on. You got admission, you had a hospice patient, you got, so I don't know if there's a better way to make sure they get done.
The one day seems to work because we know this is skin day. We need to
Right.
make sure that it's done, otherwise they get missed. If I have to remember that room 201 gets done on Mondays, but 202 gets done on Tuesdays, and 203 gets done on, that's just, things are going to get missed more.
Yeah, I was just wondering if there was like, not do it on separate days, but just a better,
You're talking about skins.
yeah, there's something
You split them like you split the cardiac.
or like,
They do. That's the way it's done.
yeah. It's
Pretty
just,
much. Days doesn't do it because Days isn't there to see a lot,
Yeah.
you know, regarding when they're,
I was just trying to find, because I know it's just, when you have like, sometimes you have 2 admits, especially on evening shifts, it's just a lot going on. And then too,
I don't know what
I
to
think
tell
that's how
you.
they get missed.
Another thing that you've got to be responsible for that has to be done. I don't know what else to tell you. I know that a nurse came to me this week and said, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't have time to do it last night. It's long. I don't care if it's a day late or whatever. I don't want it to be a routine thing.
Right.
But I know things happen. I know
Right.
that you get busy. And if you know you're gonna be in the next day and you're gonna get it done,
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
Just come and let me know, or email me and say, I promise I'll do it. You know,
Right.
or I gotta go run my kids home, I'll be back and I'll finish it, or whatever. I
Okay.
just wanna make sure they get done, because it just can't happen again.
I think you guys need to ask for help more too.
I agree.
For this.
I agree.
I mean, I've always said, like I always tell you, if you need me, come
Yeah.
and get me, but I don't think you guys, I think sometimes you're just trying to get it all done or whatever,
Yeah.
you think somebody else is busy and you don't wanna bother them, but
Yeah.
I think the other nurses could help more down there.
Yeah, I guess that would work too, like for
Yeah.
skin assessments, 'cause that's something easy.
Stand in
Yeah.
back. Kimberly?
I've noticed that when they get orders for treatments, they put it on the wrong shift, knowing that the assessment's done on Tuesday and Thursday, whether it be Northfall or Westfall. So maybe put it on a shift that they're gonna check it, so they don't have to rip the dressing off on the evening shift.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean, this kind of thing.
Yeah, to think ahead, to know, okay, well, she gets her dressing done at 10 a.m., so it would make sense to, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know how you do a policy on that, but you could, it's kind of a courtesy reminder type thing, but that's good.
There was a lot when I was doing skins and the dressing would be changed on day shifts, so I would just say, hey, can you update this
It makes sense.
when you change the dressings, I don't have to.
Yeah, it does make sense. Any questions from the aides? I know, again, a lot of this busy stuff doesn't pertain to what your job is per se, but I do want to make sure you're aware of what areas we need to improve in, and if you have questions about anything, that's what we're here for.